Hi guys, October is over and it was quite the month of book releases and all of that. It was amazing. I did not get to read all of the brand new book releases and stuff, but soon I will. So today I want to share with you what I got to read, and then at the very end I would like to quickly show you what I plan to read next month, or actually this month in November. First, I read The Fangirl's Guide to the Galaxy. I was sent this by Quirk Books. It's a handbook for girl geeks by Sam Maggs. So if you have a bit of a fangirl in you, or a fanboy, then you would probably like this. It was just fun to read about how to make nerdy friends, in real life, online, if you're going to your first convention, how to deal with internet trolls, just talking about Harry Potter. There's pictures, Doctor Who, Sherlock, Lord of the Rings, Avengers. It was just fun. I just really enjoyed this. I read it very quickly and I just thought it was great. A glossary of fancy fanfic speak. There's about fan fiction. I think a lot of people will really enjoy this. I think a lot of you guys will enjoy this. Definitely check it out if you haven't yet. It's very, very cute. Whenever you take off the jacket, it's looks like that, and I love it. But I think that I gave this 4 or 5 stars on Goodreads, and I really enjoyed it. I definitely recommend it. Then, speaking of, so October 6th, all of those books came out, and it was craziness. The Twilight 10th anniversary happened, and Life and Death happened. And I'd be surprised if you haven't heard of this, but it's Twilight Reimagined. I loved it. I know there's a lot of mixed feelings about it. That's okay. Some people absolutely hated this, or the idea of this. I loved it. I thought it was great. It took me a little bit to get into. The genders have been swapped, but I liked that she didn't just take Bella's character and swap Bella's name for Beau, and it's just a guy. I like that. I feel like she made him kind of his own character. They were not completely the same. Edith, I really think that it was her own character. She did change things. Some of the things were pretty similar and some of it was completely different. If you guys have read this, you should let me know what you thought about it. I obviously don't want to spoil anything, but she did change things from the original Twilight. I'm really happy with it. I thought it was very interesting to see where Stephanie took this towards the end. And I thought it was good. I really enjoyed this. I gave it 5 stars. Then Magnus Chase came out, and I don't have my official final copy, but I do have my ARC, and this is Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, Book 1, The Sword of Summer by Rick Riordan. And I gave this 5 stars, just like all of Rick's books. All of them are 5 stars. They're fantastic. You don't have to read the Percy Jackson series to read this. Just go read it. It's awesome. It's got Loki and Thor and Odin, and it's so good. I love that his books make me laugh. I love Rick Riordan's title chapters are so funny. The fight scenes, all of it. His books are so unique, and I love them, and I'm always gonna love them. And I didn't get to see him in person for his book event, but I'm hoping next fall when his next book comes out. I'm hoping then. Then I finally got to read Library of Souls by Ransom Riggs. This is book 3 of the series. Loved it, loved it, and yeah, I just really like where he went with this series. And if you've never read these, they're not super creepy, they're not scary. There's some creepy looking pictures, but it's just about these kids with sort of superpowers. They're peculiar, and I loved it. I thought it was really good. I liked how he ended it. And I definitely hope that he writes more in this kind of world, because I'll read pretty much anything he writes. Then I got to go to my first book event, and it was the Rainbow Rowell book event, and I don't think by now my vlog should be up, but I will link it in the description for you guys. I got to meet her, and she was so nice. I got to take a picture with her, and she was just such a lovely person. But it was for Carry On, and this also came out this month. And I also loved this book. I gave it 5 stars. I loved Simon and Baz. I loved that this wasn't some sort of weak copy of Harry Potter. I felt like she really made it her own story. It was awesome. Actually, I guess technically on Goodreads I gave it 4.5 stars. If you want to read my review, I have spoilers in it. I can link it below. I basically talked about how there are some characters I feel like we didn't get enough of, and I have some questions still. I think that Rainbow, one of the best things about her writing is her characters, and so it was very interesting to see how she did this, basically through all these different characters' perspectives. It was very interesting. I think I liked it. The only time it was a bit odd was when there was like a fight scene and you would keep like flipping back between the two characters, and I almost just wanted like kind of to step back and kind of read what was happening, but it was really unique for a fantasy novel. I really liked it, thought it was really great and very fun. Like I said, I thought it was its like own story, and I love Simon and Baz, like I said, so I would love to read more about them, but I think that she said this is just going to be a standalone, and that's what I read this month. So I was really, really happy with all of that. For November, the book that I'm most excited about is Winter, which comes out on the 10th, I think. So I would absolutely love in this first week to get to reread the Lunar Chronicles, one of my favorite series, and I haven't got to reread these, so that would make me so happy. We'll just kind of see. Maybe I'll only get to reread 2 of them or something before Winter comes out. But once Winter comes out on the 10th, I am getting it and I am reading it. And then after I read Winter, I got Soundless by Rochelle Mead. I think this also comes out on the 10th of November, but I was sent this early, and honestly, I wouldn't even have to know what this was about. If just knowing it's by Rochelle Mead, author of the Vampire Academy and the Bloodline series, I would still read this book, but it's actually pretty small, but it's her new fantasy series, and it's about Chinese folklore, and I think that it's set in a village where nobody can hear, and the main character, I think that there's a lot of problems. I think they're starving to death, and this main character one night starts to hear, and sound kind of becomes her weapon, and I know that she ends up traveling with a miner like mining rocks, not like a miner like a kid, you know what I mean, you know. Anyways, so she kind of travels with him, and I think she's just like on a quest to save her village basically, but this is a first of a series, like I said, and I'm really excited about this. I think the cover is beautiful, and I'm really excited to jump back into a Rochelle Mead book because she's my favorite. Then there is a couple books I didn't get to last month. Like I want to get the new Harry Potter illustrated book. I want to get Alexandra Bracken's new novella bind up. Those are books that I want to read, but I don't have them yet. So I did get The Arc of Passenger by Alexandra Bracken, and this is her new book. I think it's going to be a series, right? Yeah. But it's called Passenger. And I know it is about kind of like music, like a journey on water, sort of like on a ship, and then time traveling. Sarah J. Maas blurbed it, and every time I hear about this, I think it's just going to be awesome. But I love her. I love the Darkest Minds trilogy, and I think it's awesome. So I'm going to read this. It's probably going to be later in the month that I get to this after all these books, but it's going to happen. And then if a miracle happens and I finish all of those books, and I'm sure I'm gonna love all of them, then I will get to some of those books I've been meaning to the last couple of months but haven't managed to get to yet. So we'll just kind of see how that all goes. You guys know that my TBRs can change, but I want to read these for sure. I am gonna go. I can't wait to talk to you guys in the comments about all of these books though and what you plan to read. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!